What is going on YouTube and also the Discord stage channel? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 26 February 2022. As always, I'm your host, Oth. Thanks for being with us tonight. Man, I hope everybody is having a great week. Better week than I had at work. I hope everybody's week was significantly better. I am so glad it's the weekend and I don't have to think about work for another day and a half. Man, how are people doing? Brandon, I didn't think you were going to be here. You told me you weren't going to be here.
I didn't think I was going to be here. The thing ended early. We're just taking a break before our next thing in Albion, so I figured I hop in and say hi.
I was sweating. Are you gonna be here, or am I gonna still have to do the thing?
I think you should do the thing because I'm feeling lazy.
Rude. Right, I'm up here feeling lazy, so I might have to do the thing when we get down to Biggest Loser, but we'll get to that later. As always, it's your Strats Weekly. This, fun fact, special announcement, breaking news, is the final Strats Weekly that will be streamed on the YouTube. We will still continue to put the VODs over here. However, Strats Weekly will be moving back over to its original home on Twitch, twitch.tv/Stratscope. So in the future, starting in March with the March Strats Weekly, that's where you'll find us, over there. But we'll still keep the we'll still put the VODs up on YouTube because I know there are people who are unable to attend live and check the VODs. That's evidence.
What prompted the move?
Vecino said, "Hey, what do you think about moving it back to Twitch?" And I was like, "I have no strong feelings one way or the other." And he said, "Let's do it." And I said, "Okay." That's how it went. It happened in the mod channel. You were there, Braden.
Was I? Cool.
Well, I mean, you're in the channel. I don't know if you actually saw the conversation, but it happened in there. And that's pretty much how it went down. And like, it did start over on, like, that's how we used to do things. We used to have it on Twitch. And then we would put the VODs over on YouTube. And I think really the thing is, like, there's a lot of traction and activity happening on the Twitch right now. So we're going to just lean into that. And I know that there are people who do watch it live, and I don't know that it's consequential to them one way or the other, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. But Twitch does generally have better discovery just in general. So we're going to shift it over there, and we'll continue to put the VODs up on the YouTube channel so that the people who watch it after the fact because they can't be here live can do that, as well as, you know, uploading it to the various podcasting locations that Vecino has it getting uploaded to as well. So yeah, that's what's going on there. Like always, Strats Weekly, sponsored by Balls. Wait, where's the side? This side. There it is. Oh, sponsor's gonna get a lot of love today. I've seen the graphics. There's a whole bunch of you in there. Whole bunch of you. Just do your weigh-ins, people. Just do your weigh-ins. It's too easy. All right.
Right?
It's
people out here acting like they gotta do some like particle physics or like a bunch of manual labor. And they're like, "Oh, I don't want to do that this week." It's like you step on a scale, you type a number in a computer. That's the whole process, guys.
Well, hold on now. I also have to select 2 different drop downs. Okay?
That is true.
It's not quite that simple. All right.
I mean, it's more challenging for some of us than others, isn't that right, Vecino?
Ooh. He's muted right now. He may not be able to talk.
Yeah, he selected March 26th instead of February 26th this week. Fortunately, I caught it.
Hot diggy dang. Well, I don't try to remember it. I put it into my log, and then when I get downstairs, I'm like, "Oh, right, I have to put this in," and then I check what my log says. Because I would actually forget from, you know, the scale to whenever I finally actually have to put things in. I would forget. That's why I write it down. I know I can't be trusted, and I'm fine with that. Oh, man. Right, let's jump into it. Let's talk about a few things. First up, as always, let's talk about ESO. For those who don't know, ESO is a fantasy MMORPG set in the Elder Scrolls universe before the events of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, if I remember correctly. You can play it in first person, you can play it in third person. You can play it kind of however you want. There is a phenomenal diversity of builds available, different classes, things you can do. It is free to play with a premium subscription if you choose to do so. Doing that kind of subscription gives you access to a whole lot of additional content, which is also available as individual DLC purchases if that's more your thing. A lot of options there. We have an incredibly active group in ESO. I would like to note, though, speaking with our fearless leader, Tubeway, he is looking for some additional officer assistance, especially in the realm of event creation and management, because right now a lot of the ESO officers, for various reasons, have some IRL things going on that have taken them away, which is understandable. Real life comes first, we say it all the time, but they've been pretty busy. I know Sandman's been busy, Ozzy's been busy, Dice has been busy, Ginger Gal used to be one of the officers. I know she's been slammed as well. So there's a lot going on for them, and they're doing their best. Tube is doing his absolute best to keep things afloat and running in there. He could use a little bit of help. So if you are somebody who is part of the ESO group, or if you are looking to join and hang out with the over 600 people we currently have on the Discord with the role, and our last I checked 450-ish member guild in game, by all means, feel free when you come down to Skumadin. We're on the NA main mega server. That's the word I'm looking for. When you come down to Skumadin and let people know, hey, I'm looking to join. If that's something you're interested in helping out with, please let us know down there. Tubeway would be incredibly grateful to have a little bit of additional assistance, because right now, given the situation there, I know he is running the overwhelming majority of the events that are going on, and that's a lot. That's a lot to do. It's a lot of extra meta game, so to speak, and we'd like to take some of that off of his plate if that's at all possible. Like I said, no pressure. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I don't begrudge anybody who doesn't want to be part of in-game leadership. I know how difficult and stressful it can be, and how time-consuming it can be. For some people, it just is a deal breaker. It causes incredible burnout, and it just makes things unfun, because for some it starts to feel like a job. I understand that, and like I said, we don't begrudge anybody who's not interested in participating in that. However, if you are so inclined, by all means, we would love to see that. Vecino says that Braden is also here because he's going to talk about the Strats Albion guild he's going to start. Braden, are we going back to Albion? Are we bringing it back?
I've been singing the praises of Albion recently. Nobody seemed to be into it. Everyone was on the Lost Ark hype train.
No, there's some Eve peeps playing Albions as their side game.
So I had joined up with there's I'm in a black zone in Albion right now, and there's some bro who's being a real dick, who's bullying me.
Keep your head down, get out of there with your yak.
But yeah, I forget who I was speaking to here, but they're like, oh yeah, I have another guy who I think he is in Stratsco, whose name is not entirely appropriate for stream. His name is Mike, and he rides an ox, and that ox is hard. So anyways, I actually joined up with his guild in game, since there weren't a lot of Strats people playing. So still kind of playing with Strats people. The Strats guild does still exist on one of my alt characters.
There you go.
So if people want to, it's in a nice blue city. It's got some infrastructure going. So if people do want to start getting back into Albion, that's there. And then I do have another group of people. I don't know that we'll get enough people quickly enough to really start a big Albion guild, but I do have another group of people that does consist of, I think, a couple Strats coers that's running around in the black zones. So people are welcome to, if they're interested, feel free to message me and decide which one makes more sense for you.
There you go. If you are looking for fantasy and third person, first person WAS isn't your thing, and you'd instead prefer to have mouse movement and a top down isometric view, hit up Braden. Maybe Albion's coming back from the grave.
For those of you that haven't played, it's basically imagine League of Legends or HOT style combat. So top down, QWERD are your like special abilities, and it's kind of what I'm going to call like a hardcore MMO. So you have the nice blue and yellow safe zones, but then all the good materials and stuff are out in the black zones, and it's like a full loot PvP. So when you're out doing things in the black zone, someone comes along and kills you, they can just take all your stuff that you're carrying on you, which some people don't like. I really enjoy, because I think it makes everything you do just that much more exciting. Even if you're out just gathering materials, you're, listening to try and hear if somebody's coming up on you. And it also makes it way more satisfying when you go and get to kill someone.
So it sounds like a game that's far less enjoyable than Lost Ark, is what you're saying?
Disagree.
I would say it sounds like it doesn't surprise me at all that there are Eve people who are enjoying it. Messina says it's Eve with the axe. And donkeys. Yeah, exactly. Never forget the donkeys.
If you like Care Bear games, I'm sure you'll continue to enjoy Lost Ark. But if you're a real gamer, Albion's here for you.
Harsh.
If by real gamer you mean enjoys mobile games, sure. Ooh. You keep thinking.
Man.
JK.
Let's get this straight. Nobody plays Albion on mobile unless it's to do their farming.
The fact that it exists though is interesting. Then again, there's people who play Genshin Impact on mobile.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, because we were actually having that discussion the other day as to like why the mobile client exists, because nobody that does like Black Zone content or anything like that actually plays on mobile. But I have to say it was super handy to have the mobile version, because I actually went to a sleep clinic last night and realized that I had forgot to do my farming for the day. So I just went and hopped on my phone and then harvested my cabbages.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why it exists. It's kind of like browser Eve, maybe, in that, you maybe can't do literally everything you might want to do, but you can knock out some of those important things you don't want to miss. It's like the WoW companion app for doing the different missions that you could send out. Warframe has a companion app that allows you to do other like maintenance-y things, but with Albion, the game is, I don't want to say simple in like a negative sense, but like it is simple enough that it can run on a mobile device so that you can do some of those maintenance-y things. Like, sure, you're not going to go do high-end content or like super risky content on it, but you can at least handle those maintenance-y things if you're away from your PC. It's a benefit. It's a weird one. It's weird that they went so hard. I remember the advertising for it when it was like first coming out, that they were so intense. It's like, oh man, I have a mobile client. It's like, is that a good thing? Are we actually going to use that? I don't know. But yeah, ESO or Albion, if you're looking for a fantasy setting. The ESO guys, like I said, head down. Oh, too far. Down here. Scuba in. Almost anybody in the guild can invite. Just ask for one in there. They'll get you sorted out. I do believe we got the trader back this week. Also, I believe I saw that come through the chat. So hype that we got the trader back after losing it for a week. And we already talked about it a little bit, but I guess we should like properly talk about it. EVE Online. For those who don't know, EVE Online, super old MMO, has an incredible scale. Lots of player-driven content, factions and alliances, and the politics of it all. It's if that's your kind of thing in a hardcore setting with sci-fi and big epic ship battles with heaps and heaps of people, this is your game. It's like the Star Citizen that already exists, but with more spreadsheets, I think.
I thought that would have been Elite Dangerous.
No, Elite Dangerous is like Star Citizen Light.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the honest answer to that. Now, the scale, though, on EVE is ridiculous. And we have people constantly playing EVE. And I know that because every time stuff jumps off in our wormhole, the bot starts blowing me up and wants me to be very concerned about what's happening down there.
And are you?
I mean, I'm concerned because I look over and I see I have like 30 notifications and I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? And then I see that like 25 of them are the EVE bot because something's going down in the wormhole. But we play a lot of EVE. People are playing literally around the clock. We have folks in the EU, we have folks in the AU, we have folks in the NA area as well. constant coverage, multiple corporations within the alliance, the Strats Corp, Void Hounds, and Helix. And then the alliance is actually called Pretenders. 21 SEP is the ticker. If you're curious about that, because it's a great reference. We love our references around here. If you are interested in joining up for any sort of game, so we do have a wormhole. We live in wormhole space. Stratsco does predominantly, as well as a number of the members of the alliance. However, we do content all over the place. We do high sec, low sec, null sec, and wormhole space, PvE, PvP, lots of regular events. We definitely do or do not have three to 5 ops scheduled sometime in the relatively near future. And that's just the ones that we're hosting on our Discord. Some of the sister corporations in the Alliance also host things on their Discords periodically. Lots of tight bonds and friendships and, just ass kickery going on in there, if we're being honest. If you want to dominate the market, we got guys that are good at that. His name's Vorthos. If you got people who want to dominate in PvP, we got guys that are good at that. Probably Wex. He's doing his part. Just everything you could possibly want to do in EVE, we've got people doing it. We are recruiting both individual members as well as corporations if you are interested in possibly being a part of what we do with Pretenders out in wormhole space. By all means, Vorthos is your main guy to talk to. He is the big wig, keeping things going out there in New Eden. However, you can also speak with a number of other people. If he's not around, Mazix could talk to you. Wex could talk to you. Vicino could talk to you in a pinch. He does still know what's going on there. And before Lost Ark, he did actually still play periodically in EVE. You haven't seen him over there very much. Siri as well, although good luck getting him out of Lost Ark anytime soon. That boy's in deep and hard. He's currently listening to the weekly while playing Lost Ark and streaming on the Twitch page at the moment. I see you over there, Siri. I've still got it up. Oh, man.
That's commitment right there.
It is commitment.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, lots going on. If you're interested in partaking in any of that, EVE Info's got a lot of info on what you need to do in terms of getting authenticated and getting vetted to make sure you're not a spy. And then Internet Spaceships, like I said, ask for any of those people I listed. They can get you all the details there. Corporation or individual members if you are looking to come hang out with us in New Eden and participate in all of our shenanigans that are happening there. Oh, this whole time this was not working. Oh, this is busted again? So irritated. EVE. There's the EVE picture. Who is this guy? How did this guy get in charge of the stream? Production sucks at this place. God. Well, last but not least, though, game we need to talk about, Lost Ark. Still the old video. I keep forgetting to do the new video. Oh God, I didn't fix this picture either. No. What is this production? For those who don't know, Lost Ark is similar to Albion in that it's a top-down MMO with mouse movement, and that's about where the similarities end, because Lost Ark is a far superior game, in my opinion, with a lot more things to do.
Shots
You can't pretend like you've got more stuff to do. Although, I mean, I guess it's just different. Like, Albion has a lot of like player influence content, and there's a lot of developer or
Yeah, there's definitely
in Lost Ark.
no like story-based content in Albion.
There's story in Lost Ark?
I mean, G, the story of G. I know that story very well.
I can tell you about our Lord and Savior G.
Oh man, can you? He's a solid dude. So yeah, Lost Ark, we are going real hard in the paint on both coasts. We are a little over 2 weeks now into release. Is that centered? I guess. Like I said, going real hard in the paint on both coasts. Let's see, who all's down here right now? Yeah, East Coast. Let's see, we got a party there. We got 2 different Abyssal Raid groups going on the East Coast, and then the meetup channel is still going, and it looks like I would reckon that's probably Guardian Raids or maybe Abyss Dungeons going on over there in the West Coast at the moment. At least of the people who are playing here in the Discord server. Now, for those who are listening or people who are going to listen after the fact, leadership's been chatting, and we realize that most people for Lost Ark found their guild home pretty early on. So we are still actively recruiting, but we are not picking up recruitment at the same pace that we're having people burn out, realizing, like Braden, for example, the game's just not for him. Totally fine. Not every game is for everybody. And we're also just having, generic burnout, people who go super, super, super hard in the paint. And then, oh man, like I just don't want to play this game anymore. I've played this game way too much. We're only about 2 weeks in, but there are people who have played a whole lot previously on other regions, like Russian servers, for example. So there's all of that playtime they had, plus going super hard on NA, and some people are burning out as a result. Totally expected thing. We expected it to happen. And our goal has always been, we want to try and get everybody into the same 2 guilds on the east, 3 guilds on the west. Those are in-game guilds I'm talking about, because we're treating each coast as its own guild. The reason we have 3 on the west is because we do have a team, an in-game guild on the west coast, specifically focused on OCE, SEA time zone players. And we're going to continue to keep those players together with one another, because, I mean, frankly, a lot of us that are playing on West Coast are in bed during their major play hours. So let them be able to continue to do what they're doing. And then on the weekends, we can group up and do stuff together. Occasional weeknight, I guess, if somebody has the next day off or something like that. But in NA East, we are looking right now to, I want to say scuttle, but we're going to merge a couple of the guilds that are not necessarily merge guilds, because we do have a couple guilds had a lot of people in the last week either just go AFK, missing for a week now, and we don't know where they are, or who have said, hey, I'm done playing. It wasn't for me. I'm moving on to something else. I'm going to play Elden Ring or something like that. So right now, this next week after the weekly reset, because I know some people have already started committing resources to their current week reset stuff, we are going to merge Strats Lance and Strats Blades on the East Coast. There's both of those teams have a number of inactive players who've been missing for a week or more, along with a couple of empty spots. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody from Strats Lance. We're going to move everybody over to, that's still playing, I should say, inactive. We're going to move them all over to Strats Blades. And then we're going to use Strats Lance as the first official East Coast alt guild. So we'll keep somebody who is active in the leadership roles over there. They'll probably be an alt character, and they will keep things going as far as guild missions and research and stuff like that, so that people who are actively playing alts, if you want to slap an alt in an already developing guild in game in order to reap some of the benefits of having a slightly leveled up in-game guild, you'll be able to do that, provided you're obviously actively playing those alts. There will be some additional details on that coming out in the probably early next week. We haven't ironed out all the exact specifics on how that's going to go. It's just been a leadership discussion that happened on Thursday, where we realized this is probably what needs to happen, and we would rather start identifying when we have this opportunity to take 2 kind of half empty teams and push them into one full and active team, rather than them stay where they currently are and not be able to advance as quickly as they could if they were together. That's kind of the mentality there. And again, this is all in keeping with our idea of, we want to get everybody into the same 1 to 2 teams, or 2 to 3 teams, depending on which server you're playing on, so that we have the highest density of active players together as possible, just so that the guilds level up. It's easier to communicate in game, because obviously communicating in Discord is useful, but we realize that it's also sometimes very convenient to just type in guild, hey, I just slapped a feast down, next 9 people that get there get it, stuff like that. So that's the plan over there. Speaking of burnout, we did have a member of the leadership fall victim to burnout. These things happen. Validius has decided that Lost Ark is not for him. He played it a whole lot on Russia before the NA came out, and he played real hard for a couple weeks, and he's decided, you know what, I'm done. I think I'm done. So Validius has stepped down. He is no longer going to be leading the Stratsco East Guild, and Surge has stepped up to handle those reins. Special shout out to Crazy Serb, who was the deputy of Stratsco East for holding things down while we made the transition. Surge is transitioning over from Strats Swords. Zarya, who was his deputy, and his wife, is stepping up to run Strats Swords, and one of their officers, Ghost Hog, longtime Stratsco community member, the Ghost, is stepping up to be the deputy of Strats Swords. So, a little bit of a shuffle there. Validius was also kind of the guild leader in terms of the entire NA East, and in his absence and the vacuum that is left, we have decided that it is best if Surge and Old Spectre kind of fill that void. Old Spectre is running the Stratsco Shield Hardcore East team, and Surge will be running the Stratsco East community team that we're all merging people into those two teams. So the guild leads in game for each of those teams will be kind of running the show over there or in a East. All right, Braden, have fun in Albion. I guess I'll figure out how to do all of the stuff that has to happen for the oldie biggest loser myself. Thanks for leaving me out to dry. No, I'm just kidding. Go have fun. I never begrudge anybody. I mean, there's a bunch of people down in the voice chats playing games right now, Lost Ark or Eve or whatever, rather than being up here. I know Tubeway, per usual, is at his Saturday event. I don't begrudge anybody who is playing games and would rather play games now as opposed and watch this after the fact or listen to it somewhere after the fact rather than be in here while it's live. I don't begrudge anybody who would rather do that. I fully understand. Oh, that reminds me. Should I check where am I at in queue? Oh, we're close.
To slide up now.
Starting to slide up. Yep. Oh no, I put myself into the queue prior to the stream going live. Hey, we're getting in. Hot diggy dang. I won't have to wait through an over-hour queue like I did last week. That was brutal. Never again. Shout out to whoever reminded me to put myself in queue. I don't remember who it was, but you're my new hero. But did somebody have something stuck in their throat there? Sound like somebody had some gloat or something stuck in there. I don't remember what that was.
Or maybe some GERD from incorrect pill usage.
Oh, that's a late night gear reference for anybody who was up last night. Oh man. So yeah, Lost Ark. We're playing a lot of it. We're starting to merge things together. This sort of thing where we're merging Lance and Blades this week after reset will inevitably happen on the West Coast as well. It's taking a little longer on West Coast because we do have the advantage of the OCE, SEA time zone players who are incredibly active and killing it, by the way. If you have not seen some of their progress pictures, it is incredible. They are looking real spicy. I'm very proud of what they're up to.
Yeah,
but
I would also say that with the queues have been absolutely massive lately, higher than they've ever been.
Oh yeah, I was in a 15,000 queue yesterday.
Yeah, I was in a 13,000, way higher than I've ever seen before. So if you do want to play, remember that we do have to compete with the OCE and SEA players, especially like on the weekends, on Fridays and such like that. So their morning times are going to be their prime times. So get ready for those 1,000 queues at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, well, and also if you're like me and you're trying to get in late in the evening, which is what I was trying to do last night. By the time it's late in the evening for me, it's during the day for them on the weekend. So what are you gonna do? Playing your queues appropriately in A West. Don't be stuck in an hour-long queue when you're trying to actively play. Think it ahead. If you're gonna go get food, you're gonna start making dinner and play afterwards. Get in that queue while you're making dinner.
I actually found a workaround to the queue is if you never log out and you play all the time, you never have to experience a queue.
That's true. We call that the poop sock method around here.
Right.
You crack out your poop sock, you equip that legendary item poop sock that will prevent you from having to worry about that too much. Taco is apparently watching this as well as 3 different VTuber debuts.
no.
You don't want to talk about that here?
He's going hard in the
Put
paint.
it. Listen, let VTubers do their thing. That's totally fine. It just doesn't make any sense. You know.
Bro, you're gonna have the greatest VTuber just sitting right next to you at all times. Me.
I refuse to accept it.
I wonder how easy. Okay, because we have the Weebles Wobble reference going on with the Totoro gif. I wonder how long before we would get in incredible trouble if we got Siri a Totoro VTuber avatar. Like, how long do you think we can get away with that before they come down hard on us? Oh,
you know
actually,
what?
there's
If you
no
wanna
way.
do it, put him in a really good Hawaiian shirt.
You know what? I was gonna say we could totally get away with it, and then I remembered that wait, no, because in the West, Milky Mouse owns the rights, so that would go very bad, very fast for us.
Who's Milky Mouse?
It's what you say when you don't want to say what it actually is, because they get,
Oh my!
they get very grumpy sometimes, even
I
on
was
stream.
I was just about to say the actual name. I was like, wait, no, it's not owned by them.
Don't summon the devil.
It's true. One of the few things you don't say. So yeah, come play Lost Ark with us. We're playing a lot of Lost Ark, or any of the other games that we're playing. Playing a lot of stuff. Last but not least, for the day, I got to figure out how to do Strats Biggest Loser all by myself, since Braden had an in-game thing to go participate in. Man, okay, how do I do this? Let's have a look-see. What does Braden usually talk about first? He technically talks about our overall numbers first. So let me check out these overall numbers he's saying, because I didn't get a chance to look that closely. Okay, we started there. Scroll. Whoa, hang on. Did we... Holy. Okay, so we're week 8. Collectively, we lost the second highest number of pounds per week. This is the second highest number of weekly pound loss we've had. That's incredible. Week 1, we lost 59 pounds collectively. This week, we lost 43 pounds collectively. It's significant. It's like 50% more than we lost last week as a group. And that's with weigh-ins missed. Man, we could have broke a new record, I bet, if everybody had weighed in. Man.
From all the poop socking lately, people haven't been eating.
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to say I missed dinner the other night, but I might have missed dinner the other night. What happened? Well, I ate a snack early and intended to eat something else before my window of eating time ran out, and I forgot. And I looked over, and it was an hour after my window, and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna be miserable tomorrow. And I was.
Get that low blood sugar.
Yeah, it was not my brightest moment for sure. All right, let's take a quick gander though. Let's see how she shook out. Loser of the week this week, losing an impressive 2.08% of their body mass, is Taco. Of course, it's Taco.
Hey,
Taco is killing it. Anytime Taco remembers to actually weigh in, Taco brings it and just kills it.
Nice, buddy.
Oh, he's
That's
not still in
awesome.
here anymore, is he? Was he ever in
No.
here?
These boys, he's
Failed?
got VTubers to watch, man.
No,
That's true.
See what
Taco's
see what
been
trouble-
AFK.
See what trouble VTubers just bring everyone.
I mean, it's debuts. I don't fault him for
They
watching
drive
debuts.
families apart off.
They drive families apart. Hey, I'll have you know, I got my new VTuber merch in today.
Y'all said his name and you summoned him into the audience.
Oh,
like,
he's in the audience.
like Beetlejuice.
Oh, because he's in the YouTube chat. He's been watching. Hold on. See if he wants to come up here. Where'd he go? Is he in the audience? I don't see him in the audience. You lied to me.
He is.
Oh, he's there.
You're racist.
Oh,
here.
he is. I see him. I'm just
I'm
blind.
not a liar.
I'm sorry, Serge. What up, Taco?
I'm the best. Yeah.
He came in to gloat. Of course, he came in to gloat. Yeah, you killed it, man. I thought I had like a decent week. I felt good about my week, but it fucked me, I guess.
just didn't eat.
Not good enough. I mean,
Yeah, just-
Sucks
it's a
to
valid
suck.
strategy. It does suck to suck. Yeah, it's a valid strategy. If you don't eat any calories, you can't gain any weight.
I just stretched out like 2 Little Caesars pizzas the whole week.
Dude, Little Caesars is where it's at.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a good budget option. Let's have a look at the actual chart, and let's have a check here. Oh, hang on, I gotta move this around since I gotta do this. I actually have to be able to read this chart more easily. Let's move this and move this. Boom, bam. Oh, the balls go on a blue balls timeout box. Little full in there. Couple people missed their weigh-ins there. Adidas, Fabric, Sinish, Pothos, Dopey or Dopal? Dopey? Dopey, I think. And Bane missed those weigh-ins. Reminder: we do weigh-ins on Saturdays. If you can remember to weigh yourself Friday, even. I'm pretty sure Braden wouldn't be upset if you put your weight in, the night before. But looking at our chart, well, I can't tell what's going on down here at the bottom because Braden's not here to actually talk about what's going on down here. I can't tell if these are people that are still positive or not. But generally speaking, everybody's looking real positive. Taco, what are you gonna do? I'm still sitting in first. You coming for me or what? You want some of this? What's good?
Yeah, maybe I gotta do what? Fucking 1.5%.
Something like that. I don't know how I'm maintaining a lead on you, to be honest. I'm steadily losing a little bit of weight. Precious has reminded me that if we are indeed actually joking about skipping eating. That's not a healthy way to lose weight.
Yeah, that's awful.
Don't actually skip meals. That's terrible for a number of reasons, not the least of which is your metabolism, which is something that you want to be able to rely on as part of your weight loss process. Something I'm definitely relying on, I'll tell you that much. What's left of my metabolism anyhow.
Smaller portions.
Mm-hmm. Smaller portions, space it out. Calorie cutting, not calorie removal. That's not exactly ideal.
Calorie in, calorie out.
That's true. You just want to make sure whatever calories you're taking in, you're spending them. And then, ideally you operate at a little bit of a deficit so that you spend some of the fat, and that's how you lose the weight. Magic. It's simple numbers. Simple math. If you take 2 calories in and spend 3 calories, one of those calories has to come from somewhere else.
My bank account.
Hashtag science.
Hashtag
Am I right?
science. It's just that easy. Oh man, but yeah. Honestly, looking at the numbers, because I've never actually gotten to see the numbers. Braden sent me a screenshot of the actual numbers. It's really cool to see where we started and where we've gotten to already. Collectively, we have lost just shy of 200 pounds already in 8 weeks. That's impressive. That is not a small accomplishment. There are not, sure, there's a number of people on this list. 4, 7, 10, 13, 15, 16, 23. There's 23 people on this list. But we've still lost nearly 200 pounds collectively. That's incredible. And
That's
that means
a full-grown adult male.
It's true. That's more than I weighed in high school. More than I weighed for a good chunk of my life, actually. Which is why I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not happy where I'm at. So yeah, remember, it's not about huge losses all the time. The idea is you want to be losing a little bit at a time. Slower weight loss is much easier to maintain once you start returning to some of your, maybe not full return to former habits, but when you start increasing your calorie intake a little bit more periodically, or maybe you start exercising a little bit less. If all you do is just stop eating and work out really hard and you lose a ton of weight really fast, and then you come back or you come off of that and you ease everything back, you're much more likely to put that weight back on. So slow and steady progress is the goal. And remember, we're running this for the whole year. We're gonna have
You're looking for sustainable weight loss,
exactly,
not just get quick, get rich quick style.
Yes, we are not here for we're not here for this year's bikini bodies. We're here for next year's bikini bodies.
We're not here for a good time. We're here for a long time.
Can't wait to show you guys my bikini body.
Can it be a mankini body?
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Here for it.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, you're not uncomfortable yet, but when the pictures
I'm waiting for the
land-
picture.
I would say when the pictures land in the Biggest Loser thread, and maybe then we'll revisit this state of comfort conversation.
Where's the speedo pic at?
Hmm. Oh
I
man,
can't wait to see all my flabby skin that I've gained from weight loss.
you know,
Good idea history on flamingo print banana hammock.
Zarek, did you see the shirt today?
No, I did not.
It's a
It's
good
pretty
shirt.
good.
That's
I
a
didn't
pretty
tune in.
good
I'm
shirt.
live right now,
He's
baby.
live right now.
Check stream, by the way.
I've been in stream. Oh, you mean like right now? Right now? What's going on? What is this? Is this story? Press G. What are you doing? Press escape.
No, well, I mean when I'm holding.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You went over the internet. There we go. Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. You doing it?
Cheers to off. Cheers to off. Hey, that's
Hey.
my guy. Guys, we just did a virtual cheers. YouTube to Twitch.
Cross-platform, cross-country. Internet friends are real friends. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
We're breaking down barriers that have existed for years.
It's true, we are. Man, that's most of the important stuff as far as like the big games that have been going on here in the community. However, one non-MMO that's been stirring up a lot of hype that I think is worth having at least a little bit of a chat about is the old Elden Ring. I hear people are loving it. Ouchie, aren't you playing?
Yeah. It's probably the best Souls game that I have played ever.
The reviews.
Is it really Dark Souls?
What's that?
I mean,
Is it just like Dark Souls?
Yeah, it's fleshed out. It's a lot more. It's not as forgiving, but they've definitely hit a stride. It reminds me. It's not as fast paced as
Bloodborne.
like Bloodborne or like Sekiro, but it definitely bridges the gap. It's been one of probably the first, and I'll be honest, the first couple hours I was kind of like, ugh, all right, meh. It hasn't really captured me. But after that first boss and going into like the wider world and things like that, chef's kiss. Mwah. Just straight up great story, great graphics, fantastic. Unfortunately, it's not all good. PC has been plagued by a lot of problems across the board. There's been a lot of performance issues and things like that. For instance, I can't even load Elden Ring on my computer anymore for some reason after the update. But I mean, when you see solid 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, 9 out of 10s across the board, you can't argue with that. It's a solid game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw a meme video like just popped up discussing the reviews for Elden Ring, because like Elden Ring's just Souls style games are not my thing. I don't back down from a challenge, but I get very angry when it's very challenging, and it behooves me not to partake for the sake of my sanity and my peripherals.
No, absolutely. And like, I think even for the most adverse to Souls-like games, I think they would get more benefit out of this one than they would from the previous iterations. So like, I'm a very angry Souls player. Usually, like, get the boss down to like 3%, and you think you get it, and then you kind of, mess up one time, and then you're dead immediately, and you have to redo that boss like 5 or 6 more times. But for some reason, the pace of combat is just it's a breath of fresh air. Like, magic is a really, really good component in this one, incantations and sorcery. And then the melee is really great. The ranged combat is phenomenal. It's good. So I think you should try it out off. I mean, I like it so much I bought it on my PC and my PS5. So
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a statement in and of itself. Honestly, anybody who buys a game more than once on multiple platforms, that kind of tells you already just about what you need to know in terms of how awesome it is, independent of the stellar reviews that you were talking about. Because I've seen what people are saying, and it's interesting with all of the half-finished, overhyped, under-delivering games that have happened over the last, I mean, God, you could almost just pick a time many years back, but even just the last several months, it's been extremely acute. Nice to see something actually drop, PC issues notwithstanding, obviously, and really deliver on that hype for people.
And it's Stream Deck certified.
Ooh.
Kind of pumped.
Yeah, Steam Deck. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't have the time is the big issue for me. Even if I wanted to, which I was still kind of, it's not really my thing. I just don't have the time. I can barely play a single character in Lost Ark. Like I'm already wondering, like, am I ever going to be allowed to have an alt? Because I can't even do everything on my main every day. Never mind manage a second character.
I can barely play mains on both coasts. It's fucking tough.
Yeah, there's Taco over here. I almost had to kick him out of the guild because it was like offline for 5 days.
Kicking out the biggest contributor. Damn.
He's too busy. He's too busy hanging out on the East Coast. Tacos didn't want to
I
choose
was on
coast.
West today.
Oh, but I'm just saying, Taco didn't want to choose a coast, so he's on both coasts apparently.
Yeah.
Right. Good for you, man.
Imagine
Sounds like you have
collecting-
commitment
Coast
issues,
to coast.
and I can relate to that.
Is it Mr. Worldwide?
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Let's do it.
Imagine collecting all of the Makoko seeds on both coasts.
Yes.
Well, you know what? There's other regions too, so I guess I'll have to invade those.
Oh,
And yeah, yeah. Elden Ring though, like I'm glad it did well. It didn't Total War Warhammer 3 drop also? Did anybody check
Yes,
that
it
out
did.
yet?
No,
I'm waiting for
I haven't.
I'm waiting for sale. I'm waiting for Steam Summer Sale.
if
Dropped.
you have
I haven't
Game
logged
Pass,
in.
it's on Game Pass.
I do not have Game Pass, but also all of my, even if I had Game Pass, all of my Total War Warhammer stuff is on Steam. And since since all those DLCs and previous games are compatible with one another, I 100% will be buying it on Steam at some point. Mostly because I am definitely not buying all those DLCs again. Good God, there's a mountain of them.
Yeah, apparently the co-op is really good in 3.
It's more than 2-player. I mean, that's all they had to do is make it more than 2-player. It's instantly better.
Are we thinking a Strats co-op party?
I mean,
We
maybe.
should. Be awesome.
We ought to.
I'd be down.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
I'm waiting for a Steam Summer Sale though. Like full disclosure, I just
Yeah.
too much to do in Lost Ark still. I'm approaching Gear Score 600 finally. About to be a somebody the next few days, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Dude, you'll
Because
get to
mine's-
T3 before Siri does.
Probably not.
I'm not competing with anyone.
Yeah, I'm definitely not competing with anybody with my Gear Score. I'll tell you that much. But I am having a lot of fun trying to figure out how best to prioritize my time with how many different things there are to do. See, the problem is that stupid fucking compass in the top left. Every time it's up there, it's just like, oh, but what's happening soon? Like, oh, I kind of want to do this. It's my squirrel. Very distracting. And
This
I find
game is a complete ADHD. Just
Oh yeah. Good
it's
luck.
crazy.
Good luck focusing anywhere. This is the most amusement park MMO I've ever played by a mile.
absolutely.
There's just an unfathomable amount of content to ingest. Good
So
God.
apparently, I just found out there's wardrobe options for the NPCs in this game. So if you look right now at the raiders of the channel, I found Ciri's in-game persona.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's have a quick peek. See, shall we? Where are we at? Raiders.
Doomfist.
Did you at me? Where is it?
Yeah, Doomfist.
Where is it?
Raiders of the channel.
Well, yeah, I'm in there. Oh, it's okay. It didn't tell me there was more scroll. Oh my lord, look at it. Gorgeous. The
can't see it on
gentleman of the beach. Ciri. Pitter patter. This needs to happen. Let's make it happen, sir.
Just
Will
found
do.
his V2 persona.
Listen, no, just no. There's no place in my life for that.
Stream.
What?
VTuber. I mean, you can't see it on stream, but his series arm is already like that.
It's true. He actually is just Doomfist IRL. He was the inspiration.
Yeah. 100%.
That's why there's
They
no
actually-
hand cam.
Yeah, they actually did a biopic about me that's coming out in 2023 for the inspiration for Doomfist.
Oh man,
Forward to that.
should be fun. So yeah,
It's a Netflix original.
a Netflix original. But why can't it be a Prime original?
Nobody watches Amazon Prime.
I watch Amazon Prime sometimes because they have older stuff that the other services have dropped that I want to watch sometimes.
That's where The Expanse is. Come on now.
It's where shows go to die.
Dang.
I don't
You're
even.
streaming on Twitch right now.
I'm just saying random shit. don't really
Bezos' ears just popped up.
Listen, Jeff, if you're listening to me, I'm joking. But step your fucking game up, all right?
If there's no if. There's no if. That's
He's
a
on an
matter of
island right
fact.
now on his phone. Like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna check out some random streams. Who's this guy? We're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, right.
The fuck
Except
did he
for
just
he's
say about
watching
me?
it from 30,000 miles in space.
He's like, my algorithm told me that this guy dresses like me, therefore we have something in common.
There you go. All right, it's about time to get out of here, though. Reminder, thanks, Vecino, for the reminder. We are streaming over on Twitch currently, and weekly. This is our last weekly here on YouTube. We will be on Twitch moving forward. We will continue to put the VODs over here on YouTube, though, for those who watch the VODs after the fact. We do have drops enabled. So if you missed the first pass of all of the gear dropping, paper hats are happening today, and those drops are enabled on our channel. So feel free to head over there and get that taken care of. That's going to do it for the Strats Weekly this week. Thanks to everybody who came out. Thanks to everybody who watches it after the fact. See you on Twitch next week. Take care of yourselves, y'all.